In search of a victory after a difficult week, President Trump turned his attention to another key campaign promise: tax reform.
It's time to take care of our people, to rebuild our nation, and to fight for our great American workers.
The shift comes after another failure by Senate Republicans to repeal and replace Obamacare, handing a victory to Democrats and Senate leader Chuck Schumer.
The reason this bill failed is because millions of Americans didn't want it.
Trump and the Republican establishment also suffered a defeat with the Senate primary victory of arch-conservative Roy Moore in Alabama.
We're put here on earth for a short time. And for that short time, our duty is to serve Almighty God.
Trump had supported Moore's opponent, incumbent Senator Luther Strange, but he seemed conflicted, says Republican strategist John Feary.
Trump was campaigning for Luther Strange, but you could tell as he's campaigning for Luther Strange, he was having some second thoughts about that.
I believe in the Second Amendment.
Moore's victory is fresh evidence of a Republican split that could impact the president, says analyst Bill Galston.
The more he pursues the interests of the people who voted him into office at the expense of the Republican leadership, the greater the tensions within the Republican Party will become.
Trump also courted controversy by criticizing professional football players, protesting during the national anthem over their concerns about racial injustice.
USA! USA!
Despite the setbacks, his core supporters appear to be sticking with him, says Feary.
His disruptive nature actually plays pretty well with the Republican base that is very unhappy with Washington.
Trump hopes a victory on tax reform will bolster his standing in advance of next year's congressional elections. Jim Malone, VOA News, Washington.